Viewers, the latest news about Ethiopia, Tigray, and Afar region is that we are receiving reports from several Afar and Tigray sources about the ongoing war in the Afar region, which I will share with you in this video. Where several reliable sources claim that Tigray Defense Force has gained control over Abala and Magala in the Afar region. And pictures from Tigray Defense Force soldiers about this are also shared as evidence, which I will share with you. Because in yesterday's video, I informed you that reports are being received that Tigray Defense Force soldiers have reached the surroundings of Magala. And furious war is going on between Ethiopian National Defense Force, its allies, and Tigray Defense Force. But now, according to the latest reports, Tigray Defense Force soldiers has gained full control over Magala. Because apart from this, the war in the Afar region has now spread to many more areas. Reports are being received that a heavy war is currently underway between Afar forces, its allies, and Tigray Defense Force in and around Berhale. And due to the spread of war, hundreds of people are forced to push from one place to another. Where some photos from Tigray Defense Force are also shared that you can see on your screen. In these pictures, Tigray Defense Force soldiers can be seen in Afar region. And these pictures are shared by Tigray Defense Force soldiers on social media and have expressed their victory. Viewers, on the other hand, newly obtained photographs of missiles fragments provided the first material evidence that Ethiopia used a Turkish drone this month in an attack that killed 58 civilians sheltering in a school. And Turkey's growing powers as a drone exporter is styled as a point of national pride by President Tayyip Erdogan. But any indication that a Turkish aircraft targeted civilians in Ethiopia's 15-month-long war will intensify international pressure on the NATO country to stop arming Addis Ababa. US drones are rapidly turning into the decisive weapon of the conflict and have helped Ethiopian government forces turn the tide against Tigray Defense Force from the Tigray People's Liberation Front, which governed the country for nearly 3 decades before 2018. And military experts say Ethiopia is buying unmanned aerial vehicles not only from Turkey but also from Iran, the United Arab Emirates, and China. US aid workers in the northern Tigray region provided Politico with photographs that show exploded shards of a laser-guided bomb used in a strike on the town of Dedebit late on the night of January 7th. An attack hit a school holding internally displaced people, including children, according to the workers and Tigrayan leaders. And about it, I also informed you in the previous video. Now, studying those photographs, military experts from the Dutch non-governmental organization PAX and Amnesty International identified the weapon used as a MAML bomb that is fitted to a Turkish Bayraktar TB2 drone. And the photographs were taken on January 13 after the aid workers extracted the missile fragments from the debris. And the Bayraktar drone are made by a company in which Erdogan's son-in-law is a senior executive. And a photograph taken by aid workers on January 13 after the extraction of missile fragments from the scene of a bombing in the town of Dedebit on 7th January that killed 58 people. And the fragments have been placed on old notes. Turkish diplomats posted to Ethiopia did not respond to repeated requests for comment. And a question on the use of the MAML munition put to Turkish government spokespeople in Ankara also went unanswered. And Bilesium, a spokeswoman from Ethiopian Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed, and Ethiopia's military spokesman Colonel Getnet Adane did not reply to requests for a comment sent by email and text message. And Ethiopia's use of drones in its war with the Tigray region has killed more than 300 civilians, according to the data compiled by aid workers in the Tigray region, who requested anonymity due to the sensitive nature of the information. And the United Nations reported a series of drone strikes as recently as January 15 in the Tigrayan towns of Mechiu, Korem, and Samre, and reportedly killing 20 more civilians and injuring several others. Unlike the Ethiopian government forces, the Tigrayan fighters do not have drones. And the attack have drawn criticism from US President Joe Biden and a warning from the United Nations that they may constitute a grave violation of international law. And Turkey's role in gaining increased global attention. A US State Department spokesperson said its former special envoy to the Horn of Africa, Jeffrey Feltman, raised reports of armed drone used in Ethiopia and the attendant risk of civilian harm during a visit to the United Arab Emirates and Turkey in December. And he underscored that the US is making clear to all external parties engaged on all sides on the conflict that now is the time for all outside actors to press for negotiation and end the war. And the spokesperson said, Wim Zwijnenberg, project leader of humanitarian disarmament of ADPEX, which identified the MAML weapon, said Turkey could not wash its hand of the matter. And there is a very strong case to make that these drones should never have been exported at all. He said, noting that Turkey is a signatory to the United Nations Arms Trade Treaty, and which stipulate a risk assessment should be done on the potential of human harm before a sale is carried out. And Zwijnenberg also stressed the need for information on the potential involvement of Turkish personnel in the deployment of the weapons, because this is technology that requires a lot of maintenance and piloting. Turkey could be made directly responsible if there is a constant pattern of drone strikes used against civilians and Turkish crew is on the ground doing maintenance on the drones. He said spokespeople for the Turkish presidency and foreign minister did not respond to questions from Politico on whether Turkish citizens were involved in piloting the drone or whether they were helping train people to use drones. While Ankara had no comment on the use of Turkish drones, Zwijnenberg said that satellite imagery his organization had acquired identified a TB2 drone in Berhale in the region bordering Tigray on December 16 last year. And the identification was possible thanks to the unique dimensions of the wingspan and length of the aircraft. And that location would enable to unmanned aircraft to reach several targets in Tigray, including Dedibit. And beyond, Kastner, a weapon advisor for Amnesty International's crisis team, agreed a Turkish drone and missile had been used. And the wing bolts are distinctive on many of these drones launched munitions, and this is definitely a MAML, he said. And question regarding the attack in Dedibit sent to Baker, the maker of the TB2 drone, and Roxton, the Turkish manufacturer of the MAML missile identified in the image, went unanswered. So viewers, so far is the latest update. For more latest update, please subscribe channel. Thanks for watching.